And I guess just like another thing, just because we're mentioning inefficiencies here, there were a lot of things that weren't closed. And I'm not saying closed as in closing a franchise. I'm saying like stories within the movie that should be closing within this movie. You know, like there was a romance that like kind of never fully developed, but like didn't like hint at in the next for the third one either. So it didn't like give us anything. It like hinted at it, but like only briefly. And you're just like waiting on that. And it's like 3.5 hour movie. It's like it should come back at some point, but it's not coming back. And there's other things that happen like that in this movie where I was getting a little frustrated because not getting any closure. And yes, I don't want closure that is like, oh, this is gonna happen at the end of the franchise. Like, no, just like at least like give us a little head start going into the third one. Give us some more lagging hints or something like that. Development. Give us more development.
Yeah, and like you expect more from a 3-hour movie. Like you expect like them to close things up a little more efficiently rather than leaving so many question marks, especially from a movie we've waited 13 years for. And James Cameron has said he wants to make potentially like 6 or 7 sequels of this movie or a pass on, right, a successor, right, to this franchise to take up the mantle for Avatar. But like, and he's mentioned like this, if this movie doesn't succeed, there's going to be a third, like the third film does have a variation on ending on for like to make this a trilogy rather than 7 movies. Do you think, if you had to make a prediction, do you think this is going to end with the next movie, or do you think they're going to find a way to extend it into this huge, massive, almost like, I guess, mega franchise like we've seen with this universe building, like we've seen the MCU and DC? Do you think that's coming for James Cameron's Avatar?
So like good things come in threes, right? Like trilogies, like you got to end it after a trilogy. I don't think so. I think I like you hear rumors that even if this makes over $1 billion, it's not going to make a profit. I don't think so. I've seen figures closer to 500 or 400 million, and this made that worldwide 435 million. I think weekend internationally. So it broke even this weekend, and it's only going to go up. I think this is going to make $1 billion, personally,
Yeah. Oh,
worldwide.
yeah, definitely.
So I think this is profiting, and they already made the third one, and I think the fourth one was already like started.
They
Am I
shot most
wrong
of it,
there?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So why would they just scrap that? This isn't HBO Max when we're just ending things. I think they'll keep going. And seven seems like a lot, but maybe five after five they stop, maybe. Because at some point, James Cameron, he's 68 years old. I don't think he'll trust anybody with his baby here. I really don't. So I think maybe after five we'll stop.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone can kind of achieve what James Cameron wants. We know he's a perfectionist. We know he demands a lot from those who work with him. I don't know if who he can trust at that level, right, to execute his baby, because this is his baby, and you see how much he cares about it from the press he's done, how passionate he is, and he really wants it to succeed.